Hello. My countdown's over. So yeah, here I am. Oh, I don't have a. Hey, there's Fish Nerd. Morning, y'all. Let me get the camera going here. Whee! We got apistos. Lots of baby apistos. They're still doing good. Let's drop them some grub this morning. You know they gotta be hungry. So we're gonna give them some brine shrimp, and we're gonna give them some flakes. We're gonna feed them. Gonna feed these guys. It's been real hard to keep the brine shrimp hatching when it's this cold, I have found. So these guys are probably real hungry right now. So let's also get them a little bit of. I was very shocked about that. I woke up and it was my birthday, and I was like, "Oh crap! How'd that happen? How did that happen?" So yeah, let's get them some. This is just like I'm not even waiting for that to get down there. I am hungry. If I had that many kids to chase around, I'd be hungry too. Man, that's a lot of babies in there. Morning, Jim's fish. It does continue. But these I hatch out of a big can. They're not actually brine shrimp. Morning, Jody. Good to see you. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, it is my birthday. Yay. I woke up this morning, my friend Teresa, she is always so sweet. Every year she sends me a message and she sings me happy birthday, and it's too cute. So I was so happy that I woke up and she was singing to me this morning. But yeah, got some developments going on with the other cichlids I got, my new flag cichlids. Still reading up on them and learning about them, but apparently they color up when they're gonna start mating, and two of them are real. Uh, yeah, they're showing those mating behaviors, and I'm like, man, I just got you a week ago. Like, could you give me some breathing room here, little fishies? And they're like, oh no, we're ready now. We're going. We're gonna have them babies. So I have to do some tank work. Usually the weekend is when I do all my water changes. And yeah, that didn't happen because we didn't have water most of the weekend. No, I'm gonna put the chat overlay up too, so that way y'all can see that. Um, yeah. So luckily we were only without power for like 6 hours. I was really surprised about that because usually when the ice and the snow and everything hits Georgia, like we'll be without days. Like they'll wait for it to melt, it seems like, before they'll get out and do anything about it. Um, yeah, Liam, good old Facebook, man. They'll let the whole world know. Like, hey, this person, they don't want you to know it's their birthday, but guess what? It's their birthday. I think Facebook should ask you, do you want us to announce your birthday? Right, Jody? Like, it should. Like, seriously. Like, do we want to have, do you want that to be notified to the whole internet population? Oh, and I would blame me oversleeping on Mr. Mousey letting me sleep in this morning because it's my birthday and all, but no, I was I was collecting the fish's brine shrimp for the stream and totally lost track of time. Totally did that. Yep. I was just like really enthusiastic about yes, next episode will be showing off the new fishy colors. Definitely. Because they are wow, they're real interesting. I do have some footage of it on my phone, but I haven't done anything with it yet. I need to edit it. and make either a short or a little video, one of the two, but I need to do something with it. And you know what? The only reason why I keep Facebook is because a lot of my older family members still use it. And it's kind of how we just stay connected because we're all over the US, like we're separated. So that's really the only reason I still have it. But I have been collecting their phone numbers lately. And I've been like, maybe I'll just send y'all a weekly text, say, hey, I'm still here. You know? Okay. Sorry, I gotta put my hair up, y'all. Hey, fish fan. Good to see ya. Yes, I did. I got lost in preparing, the unexpected victims. But I really do need to start an actual food colony of these guys, of the brine shrimp. You guys don't know how many times I've been tempted to take this actual sea monkey colony and be like, well, these guys are hungry, but I just can't do it. They're protected by sanctions. And the other thing was when I started fish keeping, me and Nerd, we had talked about uh feeding live food. And I was like, I don't think I could do it. But I didn't realize like live food meant like little worms and brine shrimp, fairy shrimp, and stuff like that. That I can do. But like if it was a piranha and tossing a mouse in the tank, yeah, I don't think I could do that. I'd be like, I can't throw my brother in the tank and let him eat that. I just can't do it. I also can't have a tank big enough for an actual piranha. And I learned a fun fact a couple of weeks ago. I didn't know tetras are related to piranhas, or piranhas are related to tetras, one or the other. But yeah, they're in the tetra family. I was like, whoa, that's crazy. You learn something new after 40 something years. Like you know. You know what, Liam? They actually didn't. I'm really sad that they ate their brothers and sisters. But, you know, fish will do fishy things, and eat is what they will do. And they're getting ready to breed again. So, any day now, she's gonna have another little batch of these guys roaming around. Um, okay, so piranhas are quimps anyway. When I was younger, like as a kid, your parents would get you a fish tank, goldfish, stuff like that. I didn't actually seriously start fish keeping until about a year or two ago. Um, and it started with brine shrimp. I tell this story like almost all the time. But yeah, and it was literally 2 years ago to the day. I had a live stream and my my friend Grace got me a sea monkey kit and I tried to hatch them and I was having horrible issues. Couldn't get them to hatch. I was like, man, what is going on here? So Fish Nerd got introduced to me via their spouse, Sean, and was like, hey, I have the person that can help you. And this is how me and Fish Nerd became friends because of my birthday 2 years ago. So yeah, so fish keeping 2 years ago is when it started because he sent me like the brine shrimp eggs to start and some like tank decor, some other odds and ends, and some plants. And then it progressed to fish. He totally enabled the whole process. I blame the monster that I have become on Fish Nerd. But I do love it because, like, and I love these little guys. My apistos are like are my little. They are getting a little frisky with each other. Yep, a whole can of worms got open there, Jody. It really did. And it started, the first fish that I had were the skiffia, and I would like to try to breed those again one day. Not right now, but again, but I would like to revisit that. It was my first planted tank, and I had skiffia in there, and it literally overnight just tanked the whole tank. I guess it off gassed. I didn't have like a thick enough sand tap over my soil that I had in there for my plants. And yeah, it off gassed really bad and killed all the fish. And I was so heartbroken, especially because I lost my skippia. Um, I still have that tank too. I did bring that tank back from the problems it had, and it has a giant Amazon sword in there now. Hey, Grace. So yeah, but there is more to it. So we did get a viable colony of sea monkeys going, and then I might have been caught feeding said sea monkeys to some fish. There was a trial. Um, I was I did plead guilty. I did own up to my murderous ways. Um, so now those sea monkeys are sanctioned, and I had a hard time over this weekend keeping them from freezing. By the way, we did found out that sea monkeys are great fish food. Um, so oh, but yeah, the apistos love them. They love the brine shrimp, but only the ones that I hatch from the can, just the canned brine shrimp. Every 2 days, they get a whole new batch of babies. That sounds worse. Like, oh, that sounds so bad. But yes, I was gonna show my new flag cichlids this morning because they are coloring up quite nicely. And unfortunately, I need to do tank work in there because again, no water over the weekend. So the tank is looking, it needs a little love before it gets camera ready. So we're gonna work on that today since the boil water period is over and we can actually drink our water again. you know, if I won't drink it, I won't give it to my fish. I've also inadvertently murdered a whole bunch of snails, but I kind of think every fish keeper does that, especially when they get pet snails. Um, Man, and I don't get it because some of my tanks are like so overrun. Okay, no, actually, I do understand that because the tanks that don't have a ton of pest snails in there are like cichlid tanks, and if it's small enough for them to fit it in their mouth, they're gonna eat it. Like the angels, man, they have taken every snail out of their tank that I've ever put in there. So no mystery snails go in that tank for sure. And for some reason, I can't keep mystery snails alive. Don't know why. Um, but we're gonna try that again. I'm gonna get a dedicated snail tank and try to figure out what I'm doing there wrong there. And it could have just been the fish that I was keeping them with. So yeah, these babies are getting big though. Hmm totally getting big. They will need their, oh, and Danger Dan, as you can see, he is still here with us. This one lone Danio in a sea of predators. I don't know if they just think he's one of theirs or what's going on there. But now he's definitely bigger than the babies, so they're not gonna, they're not gonna eat him. I can't say he didn't eat any of their babies, but yeah, he's getting quite large there. Snelltopia did go well for quite a while, and I do want to revisit Snelltopia, maybe on a smaller scale, like a 10 to 15 gallon type situation with a lot less snails, you know. Good morning and good night to you too, Claire. Have a good sleep. Probably only gonna go for about 30 minutes this morning because I didn't brew coffee this morning, and it's cold. It's like 28 degrees here, and for Georgia, if y'all know, it's cold. We don't get that cold, so we're that cold. Y'all, I was so worried about like the power being out. I went and got foam board and any of the tanks that were against like outside walls. I did wrap it around the tanks. So I've got to deconstruct all of my science projects from this weekend to try to keep my fish warm. I was even considering wrapping electric blankets around the tank and using a little jackery type situation we were given to use. But Brian was like, "No, you're totally not doing that. That's going a little too far." You know what, Liam? Maybe they do. Maybe they don't get it that he's not one of them. But it's crazy. Like and I can't get it on the webcam because the webcam just doesn't have that great a quality. But he has bright blue eyes. And the other Danios I have do not have blue eyes. it, for Georgia, it is cold, okay? We get down to freezing, we're like, whoa, 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 what's going on here? Now, I will say this 70 at Christmas was a little weird. We're usually not that warm. 40s, 50s. That's the lowest we get. That's like comfortable, okay? But yeah, I've got to get my tank work done today. I was really kind of sad. Maybe because I had Mr. Mousey like an extra day. It was great. I was like, man, we got a 3-day weekend. Woohoo! Hey, Trees, good to see ya. Long time no see. He really has, and he's had to run for his life the whole time. Because I did see Mr. Apisto chase him a lot as a fishling, as a fry, you know, and he was like, yeah. So I'm really surprised. You know, he made it. Like that's so wild. One scattered, lonely little Danio egg in an Apisto tank. I also learned that if you're gonna keep dithers, Danios are not your best choice. Okay, I do love Danger Dan here, like, because, like, how could you not? Like, dude, he's overcome all the odds here. And he's really pretty because he's a leopard Danio. Happy birthday. Thank you. That's Mr. Mouse. um, and yeah, he's a leopard Danio. And I got a little group of them, and they were not chilling in this tank. So I threw them in there. Getting them out was the worst um, thing I've had to do because, man, one of the Danios, I kid you not, the base of the sponge filter down here behind Mrs. Apistos' cave, right? He got between the base and the sponge where there's that little gap because of the pedestal, and wrapped itself around there so I couldn't get it with the net. I was like, what are you doing, you silly little fish? Like, come on, I'm trying to save your life here. And this was after, Mrs. Episto mauled one of them because it got in her cave with her eggs and it couldn't get out. And yeah, she went to town on it. So yeah, these guys are getting kind of irritable. It is definitely time to get these babies out of here or get them out of there with the babies. It's like, ugh. So thank you, Claire. When he says chilly, I'm thinking it's like 5 degrees below zero. But see, here's the difference. Like, because I lived in Indiana for 5 years. Like in the winter, like it got cold there. Like I remember waking up and it's like the weather channel's on and they're like, it's 3 degrees with light snow. And you look out and there's like a lot of snow and you're like, that is not light snow. Like what do you consider light snow? Because light snow is like flurries to me. That's light snow. I'm like, what's going on there? Those are pretend American degrees, Leo. Those are not proper degrees. I'd have to let you know what that is in Celsius, but yeah. I have been trying to get those babies out of there for weeks, and it's gonna eventually happen. You know what? I wonder if I can pull that up on my computer real quick because I do have that at my fingertips. Okay, so let's see what it is. It is 28. Oh, it's -2 C here. Or no. Yeah, it's supposed to get up to 11 degrees Celsius today. It's -2 now. Something like that. Yeah. So it's going to get up to 51 today. So yay. Oh, see. So yeah, it's a little chilly here. A little cold. Oh, and I have the weirdest. Have you ever gotten like an itch in the middle of your back and you can't scratch it because, oh Lord, you can't reach it? That's what I've got going on right now. I'm like, what is happening here? Why do I have this weird itch in the middle of my back? Oh, that kind of worries me when she starts kicking snails out of there like that. Like, what do you got going on down there, lady? You know what? Currently, we don't have a gas bill because we're electric only right now. But my electric bill is getting way out of hand, y'all. Way out of hand. One day I'm putting solar panels on my house. I swear I'm going to do it. I think we're allowed to in the county I live in. I just really need to look into that. Oh, but back to Mrs. Apisto and the snails. Whenever she starts like batting everything out of her cave, I know something's up. But I have seen her like literally pick up a snail and take it halfway across the cave or the tank, not the cave. So yeah, she will pick those guys up. And I know I'm looking at her behavior now, considering what happened with her last little group of fry. Yeah, I think I am gonna have to get that other tank out and get these babies the heck up out of here. So that's a project for today. Get my other tanks cleaned up, do their water changes, and start setting up the baby apisto tank. So mom and dad don't eat them. I don't know what I'm going to do with Danger Dan. I don't know that I'm going to be able to ever get him out of this tank because I've been trying. I've been trying to get him out of here for a real long time since he was first discovered in this tank, and I was like, "You are not an apisto." I guess if I do get him out, I could probably put him with the other baby rice fish because if I put him with his parents, the angelfish will definitely eat him. Yeah, see, I'm worried about the way she's acting with that. Yeah, she's totally ready to have babies again. Don't go in that cave, little guy. You will die. Eventually, when he is big enough, he will go with others of his kind and be reintroduced into the Danio world. And I don't know how he'll react because he's been raised with predators. He'll probably eat everything in sight because that's what he does anyway. Oh gosh, not Stella. Oh Lord, Stella. Stella was the Danios was the getting the Danios out of the tank was a nightmare. Getting Stella out of the tank was damn near impossible. Like she literally dug herself under driftwood and hid so I wouldn't get her. She was like, "Nope, nope, 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 not getting me. Not gonna do it." I just got a happy birthday from my favorite killer kitty from Ninja Cat Ninja. Oh man, yeah, I gotta vac this tank today. I would have also gravel vac their tank this weekend. Again, couldn't do it because water issues. I really hate when I can't do my water changes. Really annoys me. They will have to because he's like Lord of the Flies. He has made it through. He has made it out of the dangerous situations. So yeah, he gets to be King Danio. But since it's my birthday, and since I do have to do a whole bunch of work today on the tanks, I will probably go live for, I can't see in there too good right now. So I'm not sure, but it would not surprise me considering the way she's really keeping those snails out of that entrance. So it's either that or it's some of the loam that I didn't get to gravel back this weekend because I do try to keep this cave not or this tank not like pristine because the baby fry need that biofilm to eat, but I do try to keep it clean enough, you know. Um, but yeah, I will probably go live tonight between 7 and 8, maybe 9. I'll see how things are going this evening. We don't have anything really planned. We kind of did everything this weekend, so I'm just chilling today and doing my tank work. I mean, it's my actual birthday, but I'm gonna spend it doing the things I want to do. Oh, thank you. There's my Teresa. I told everyone about your birthday song. I did. Teresa does. She sings me happy birthday every year, and it does. It makes it is like the highlight of my birthday, and it makes me really happy. So, oh, I need to check and see when sunrise is. I think it's coming up in the next half hour here. Y'all, I did. I woke up kind of early this morning. I was like up at 4:30 this morning. I do not know why I didn't make coffee before I started the stream. Like, what am I doing? But yeah, and then yeah, got lost into getting their food together. I do want to get one of the Zis brine shrimp hatcheries. I know it's kind of a lot of brine shrimp, but I've been kind of going through a lot of brine shrimp. So, oh man, yeah, she's cleaning the sand too. She's like filtering stuff out and whatnot. So that is the weirdest thing about cichlids is I have seen them move so much sand. I need to see if I can get my one. I've got a waterproof camera, and I kind of want to take it out later after I clean this tank up and get all the duckweed out because I do not want to get duckweed in my camera. And I think that's partially why I haven't used it is because oh my goodness, if the duckweed gets into any of the little parts, ooh. But it's waterproof, so that shouldn't really matter. It should just rinse right off. But I'm still kind of worried about it. Um, Behind these two pieces of driftwood, Mr. and Mrs. Apisto have dug little caves under it. And there's like there's one that goes all the way through, and then there's another one that goes underneath. And they can literally swim through the back of the driftwood. And yeah, they have like a little tunnel system down there. It's kind of cool. She has drugged some leaves around before, so that's always cool to see her housekeeping. I really think if Juju was going to have a fish, this or shell dwellers would be the fish for her because they redecorate their environment. I think it's a great tradition. Great tradition. They do. They have a little nookie cave and a little like pass through so he can get from his cave to her cave. Like, and he knows that's his cave over there. He's like, she will not come to that cave. If he wants to get to her, he's got to come to her. Thanks for stopping by, Jody. Well, I think I'm gonna take a page out of Jody's book right there and get my stuff started for today. Go get some coffee for sure. It's my birthday, so I might actually, go get a fufu coffee ordered or something. But um, yeah, if I get to putting their tank together for the apistos today, I'm probably gonna like film that. Um, but yeah, tonight we'll check in on the uh the flag cichlids and y'all can see how they colored up. But I'm gonna get out of here, y'all. Y'all have a great day and stay safe out there, especially if there's, snow or cold or even crazy wildfires going on, because that's pretty rough. And I hope anyone in that area is staying safe. You know what? An Irish coffee would be nice. It would start today. Um, but yeah, I'm gonna go get coffee and I'm gonna go set up my python and start sucking some water out of my tanks. I will see you guys later today, somewhere around these internet streets. Oh, but yeah, have a good morning, y'all. Thanks for stopping by and hanging out with me on my birthday. I appreciate it. Hey, bye, y'all.